Good morning, everyone. This is Bremster, and I'm expecting this to be quite a short stream because this is a demo version of a game called Solnest. Now, I was sent a key to this game, Solnest, by Gallic Entertainment, and I was trying to play this last night, but I was having trouble with Steam and it wouldn't install. But I've got the demo version running now. Now, I believe I was sent a key to the full version, but the full version is not available yet. But I do have access to the demo version. There's a link to the game where you can get the demo version below to try it for yourself. But this is a finding cats game, which I have not played in a while. Now, I can give an initial impression straight away, which is if you are... first of all, thank you to Gallic Entertainment. They sent me this, but they did not ask that I do anything. They didn't insist that I play it. They didn't charge me anything. There are no requirements. This is not a... they just sent this to me out of the blue. If I'd ignored them, I would have ignored them, which is perfectly fine. I've had a few people send me game keys recently, which is weird. Thank you, Gallic Entertainment. They sent me another one as well, another game key as well for a different game. But first piece of feedback straight away. If you're running this on a HDR monitor, you have to turn off HDR settings. There is no setting in this for any graphics at all. And if I booted this because I'm playing on a HDR monitor, the game would not render or it rendered terribly and was basically unviewable. So I had to go in and override the settings on my computer to make this in any way viewable. So hopefully this will work now, but it does mean I had to change my overall platform settings, and then I'll have to remember when I'm done. So that's something to consider. It's always a nice option if a game will give you a setting that if you're playing on HDR, even if it doesn't support HDR, that it will interact with your HDR system. So that's piece of feedback number one to the demo. So let's go and give this one a try. I'm expecting this is going to be a very short stream because this is only a demo version. Now, there has been no intro here whatsoever, so this is all the game has given me. Solarpunk was a movement that imagined a future where sustainability is the everyday norm. People living in harmony with nature, every living entity having their rights, diversity is celebrated, resources are shared fairly, and times are peaceful. I approve. There's rooftop and garden. I assume these would be locations that are otherwise available. I don't know. There doesn't seem to be... This is home, which takes you back to the main menu. Okay. So this seems to be a game that assumes that you are familiar with the genre, which is okay. Let's find all the cats hiding here. Let's start with a room. You pick. It kind of feels like it should have said something else because there was no full stop there and there was this huge text box for something that just says you pick. So I would say this feels broken. I like the voice. It's very, very Banjo-Kazooie. That positive feedback on the voice, but you pick. It would have been nice if it says you pick either the rooftop or the garden or something. This feels like it's just stopped for no reason. This feels wrong. Like I'm providing feedback to a demo here. Yeah, it does feel like this should say more. This is feedback. This is not me saying, oh, this is terrible. Okay. So when I click on rooftop, nothing happens. So I couldn't pick. There's also no volume control in the game. Like if you go to the settings, there is no volume control. Look at all the different plants here. Kitties came here to find catnip plants. Cat. Now there's 42 to find. If I click on what, yeah, it goes down. Okay. Cat. cat. I do like these hunting for cat games. I don't know what this does. There's a robot plant waterer here. Isn't that the coolest? It even sings to the plants. Solar Monday. The garden nursery is where new life begins. Wow, this feels like it's... Like I've got my system volume at 10 at the moment. Yeah, I'm going to have to turn this down in OBS as well, I think. The volume... This game needs a volume setting. I'm turning it down in OBS. It feels very, very loud. And seems to just be getting louder and louder. Anyway, cat. Miss Julie loves catnip. She must have bought others here. Don't interrupt people's flows with pop-ups. I think the pop-ups are the first bad thing I've seen in the gameplay. Like, if you click on something like this and get a pop-up, garden nurseries, when each seed has a chance to grow into food, herbs or flowers. Together they create a small world that gives back to both people and nature. A nursery shows something trying to into everything. That's fine. I don't mind clicking on something like this to get a pop-up. But if you click on a cat and get a pop-up, that will interrupt people's flow. Don't do that. Cat. 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 Yep, the normal scroll and zoom works. Cat. 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 Actually, the scroll is quite unsensitive. Like, it doesn't move at the speed of your mouse. Like, you can see my mouse pointer is moving way faster. So the... Okay, you have to right-click to scroll properly. Okay, that's acceptable, I suppose. Cat, cat. Once you realize that, that's fine. The zoom out is really slow. That could be just a design choice, but like you can zoom in okay, but that's zooming out at full speed. It feels very strange. And if you're wanting to navigate round because you've seen something, that could be disconcerting. Cat. 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 Ah, not cat. No, it is a cat. It's just the hotspot wasn't on the cat. That's a little weird. And if I over here and scroll, yeah, the scrolling is like I'm right clicking and scrolling and it doesn't move unless you're on certain hotspots. It's not very smooth in its movement, which is very disconcerting. You don't want to be thinking about the movement. You want to be thinking about your scanning. And if I'm having to think about the movement, then I'm not scanning correctly. Cat. 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 So the fact that I had to scroll my mouse and the screen didn't immediately move just felt off. Cat. Like, clicking on this and getting a pop-up is fine, but when I clicked on, I think it was that cat, I got a pop-up. Don't do that. So the graphic settings are weird. It needs audio settings. And the scrolling, I think, should be immediately responsive, at least on the right mouse button. Like, if I hold down the right mouse button, the screen should move with my cursor instantly. And the zoom in and zoom out, the zoom out should be at the same speed. I'm assuming this is a hint option. cat. 7 more to find. One of the ones of these I played allowed you to set your own colours, which was absolutely phenomenal. Cat. There doesn't seem to be much of a mid-range zoom either. Like, if I click zoom in, so fully zoomed out is this. This color graduation is a little bit weird as well. If I click zoom in, that was just one click zoom in. You don't control the zoom level. It's sort of graduated, which is okay, I suppose. Okay, that's bad. That cat was behind the hint, and I had to click on the hint to get the cat. That's terrible. That is not good. Hey, butterfly. So I would have had to have moved the cat over there and clicked it. Don't hide a cat where it's accessible only accessible behind your hint button. Like, yeah, that's a bad position. So you want it that in any of these games, you want it that none of the cats are sort of in the positions when the screen is at the far extent where it's in this area or over in this area. You don't want a cat up here, because that will basically make it unclickable. Similarly, if there was a cat in this area down here in the bottom left, it'd be okay if it was in these areas because you could always scroll, but at the far left you couldn't click in this area. Basically this area around here is verboten. Cat, yep. And scrolling is not sensitive. Like, I'm having to scroll halfway down the screen before it starts moving. That's enough for me to say this needs work. And I don't know if these are supposed to be. Cat. Okay, butterfly, I don't see it, or it'd be green. Ooh. I forgot to change the delay on this to low latency as well. So the response time is going to be really slow. Probably too late to fix it because I'm already streaming. So it's on the high latency, which is the YouTube default, unfortunately. Which is not great for a hidden object game. I should have changed this to ultra low. Yeah, low would have been fine. Ultra low would have been doing at a lower res. But yeah, a couple of problems with this. The graphic settings have been So I had to turn off HDR, not great. The audio's, there's no audio settings, and I've got the system volume lower than I've ever had it in order for this to even be normal. The scrolling is very, very counterintuitive. Like, I've played a few of these games, both on and off stream, and this one is the most uncomfortable to scroll around on. Like the fact that, you can see it. I've clicked my button, my mouse cursor has to move to the center point of the screen before it will start moving sometimes, but not every time. It's very, very strange. And it means that if I'm trying to scan and I move the mouse, all of a sudden it doesn't move where I'm trying to scan, and my eyes aren't where on the image where I think they should be. And it's just weird. Okay, I did miss that one. Okay, level complete. So where has this taken me? So this took me straight to another level, but I don't know where it's taken me. So there was the entryway, and then this has taken me to another level. But the game doesn't feel like it's flowed to here. Like in most of these games, you go from one room to another room to another room. But you understand why it's flowing from one room to another. This just seems to have taken me to another location for no reason. Like, it's not off the foyer. I haven't moved through a location. I'm not sure what's going on. Do you think my cape makes me faster? No capes. The no capes was a joke. It wasn't a comment about the game. But if they've sent me a demo key, I figure they want me to be honest. I'm going to be honest anyway. Anyone who's ever watched one of my streams knows I'm going to provide honest feedback. I don't care if you're a $1 billion company or a $0 company. I'm going to provide honest feedback. But also, it is just my opinion. Yeah, this is a demo of a game that's not out yet. Now, the fact that those two cats don't count, I'm not sure whether I would suggest just increase the cat count by 2 and make those count. Although they're images of cats, not cats. It depends on whether images of cats count in other locations. Particularly considering in some of these images, the way that cats are rendered don't look like cats. Yeah, the scrolling of the window is really disconcerting, and I don't like it. The way this scrolls is very uncomfortable. My personal feeling is with left click, maybe, like left click is even worse, but with right click, as soon as you hold down the right mouse button and move, it should move instantly. Wherever you are on the screen. At the speed that your mouse pointer is moving. Hello, Rockrat. Long time no see. I mean, this stream, I don't know if there's only these 2 levels in the demo. This may be over in a minute. This also feels way too big. Particularly considering cats can be hidden behind it. I know you can scroll the screen and everything, but... Cat. All the cats are safe and accounted for. Let's carry on our mission. Level complete. And I think that was the whole demo. I don't know what this is supposed to be. So relax, chill, hardcore. So if I change this to moderate, so these are the 2 rooms that are available in the demo, the rooftop and the garden, and I'm assuming the rooftop. So I couldn't go into the rooftop. I could go into the garden. I could only get to the rooftop from the garden. I don't know what the difference between... Oh, time. Yeah, I don't want time. Okay, the fact that time is an option... Right, okay, that's fine. I don't mind there being a time. I don't want it. What is... Yeah, the fact that you can't click on rooftop is bugged. What is this? This is... Oh, takes you back to the main room. And she's now over here. Okay, and these rooms are not available in the demo. No, that one is. Oh, that was 101. Okay, so relax, new game. So I did a reset, unfortunately. So maybe other rooms were available, but it didn't make it clear. Like after I found all of these, it's possible in this location that one of these other drawers opened up after I'd done the rooftop and the garden and room 101. And I hit reset without knowing it, but it wasn't clear what was going on. So it would be better if what happened is after you did the garden, it rather than taking you straight to 101, it returned you to here and 101 changed color. So you'd go into 101 and then once you'd done 101, it brought you back to here and 102 has changed color. And then 103, 104, 105, 106, all the way up to the rooftop. Because that way you can see your progression. I have no problem with the timer. The timer's fine as long as it's an option. I think it should be communicated better that it's a timer. Oh yeah, timer. Relax, chill. I would possibly state in here what the timers are. Chill, like 10 minutes per level, moderate 6 minutes per level, hardcore 3 minutes or something. I think that would be a good thing to do. This is a demo. I'm going to stop at this point. I mean, what was this been? This has been a 25-minute stream. So here's my feedback. And I know Rockrat only drops in for small things, so we'll see how it goes. But my feedback, first of all, I had to change my graphics settings on my entire system because running on a HDR monitor, this did not look good. I had to turn off HDR globally on my system. The audio is all over the place. There's no audio setting, and now the audio is really quiet, but in the game, the audio was so loud I had to turn it down because it was actually redlining the game audio in OBS. So the audio was all over the place. The scrolling within the levels, like the fact that I can't right click and then instantly move in some locations, like I'm right clicking and scrolling and sometimes it will move and sometimes it won't. Like that was a right click scroll. That's a right click scroll and it just moved a little bit. That's a right click scroll and it moved. It's not consistent. If I hold down, like the left click scrolling is a little annoying and slow, but and I'm not sure what I feel about that. I'm not even sure left click should scroll, but a right click should move the screen at the speed of your cursor. The zooming in is okay. The zooming out is too slow. It should be at the same speed. Do not hide a cat behind your hint window. Just don't do it. Because I now have to try and figure out how to get the cat out from behind it. It just doesn't feel good. The hint thing disappearing for a period of time is fine. Do not have, what was it? I clicked on, I think it was this cat, or one of them caused a pop-up. Don't have it that clicking on a cat causes a pop-up. That's will break someone's flow if they're going from click to click to click to click to click because they've seen three things and you bring up a pop-up they have to close, then they've got to re-find it, particularly in a hardcore mode. That would be bad. See, that one, Miss Julie loves catnip. Don't do that. Because if I was going from here and then I was moving up to a different cat, yeah, okay, clicking elsewhere did cause it to close. I'm not a fan of it. That's a game developer's choice. Clicking elsewhere closed it. Okay. More forgiving of that one. That's a game developer's choice. The scrolling needs fixing. The color choice is okay. It feels like the colors are cycling and I don't know, maybe they're not, but the color wheel option is a bit weird. Giving someone a choice of having some static color so that they can make it a little bit more relaxing on the eyes might be good. So, you know, the ability to change the contrast of the background. Because looking at this in different points is a little uncomfortable. And then when you complete a level, have it pop back to this and make it clear what levels are available and what's just been unlocked. That's my main feedback. Yeah, that's my feedback. I really like the voice of the character. I really do. I like that, but the audio levels are all over the place. Like, in different levels, the audio is as much as double or half something else. That needs to be really brought down. I'm running a compressor on this for OBS, and that might fix some of it. But through the headphones, like, I can barely hear the audio now. But when I go into the garden, that's almost overbearingly loud. Yeah, that. And now I can barely hear it. Yeah. But like all of these games, I like the art style. I think it's fine. I really like the voice. Yeah, I think it's fine. As I said, I don't know how much of this is playable. I might come back to it, give them a chance to fix some of this stuff. Hopefully they will see this. Cool. Thanks everyone. This was always going to be a short stream because it's just a demo of something. But if you like finding cat games, I do hidden object games occasionally. I haven't done many recently because I've been doing other things, but yeah, give this one a look. There's a couple by this company. So, and as I said, it was Gallic Entertainment. Thank you, Gallic Entertainment, for the codes, though I believe you can get this demo for yourself. Feel free to go. I've got a link in the description below. Feel free to go get the demo, try this, see if you have any of the same problems I did or whether this was exclusively me. You may feel differently. You could leave feedback to them. I will probably write up an email today and send it through. But they may see this stream. Here's hoping. Thanks everyone for watching. I may jump to something else. We'll see. And as always, good luck finding the cats in your life. Bye, everyone.